What's up, guys? I'm Jay.
I'm Mike.
Sam.
Sam, where are we going today?
So today we're going to Gamjatang place. Gamjatang, if I loosely translate it, it's a pork bone soup. And it's the longest running pork bone soup restaurant in the whole country. It's been there for 62 years. And it's really cheap and it's really delicious, and there are a lot of drinkers. So it's a drinker's heaven.
Alright, sounds good. Then Mike must be like it.
I love it. It's really good.
Alright, let's go check it out also.
Let's go.
From here to here, these are different sizes of the soup. So here you have to order one big portion and share with your group. And this is smallest size, and this is the biggest size.
Okay.
So for 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, and 5 people, let's say.
Right.
Probably when you look at this menu, you don't really have any idea what the fuck it is. So you actually want to look at the size of this pot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, these really show what you're going to get, how big it is. So you probably want to point at the size you want. And if you actually need more bones, and if you need more meat, you can actually just add bones.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just
You can have 3, you can have 4, you can have 5.
Alright.
So, and it's actually a big pot of soup, so you can add a lot of different ingredients, and you can actually order extras. So you can order extra ramen noodles, you can order extra handful noodles. That's rice cake, potato, sesame, sorry, that's glass noodles. That's vegetable, and that's just a bowl of rice, and that's fried rice.
Okay, so you can add it.
Yeah. So here, one tip is, when you order the big pot of soup, probably you don't want to order the rice. You don't want to order the white rice. What you want to do is, after you finish the meat, you can actually make stir-fried rice with the leftover soup.
Alright, sounds
You probably
good.
want to do that.
Alright, so one little tip, guys. If you come place like that, you know, if you come with your like fancy new clothes, this is my new one. Yeah, so you want to ask and the apron. So she will bring, in Korean we call it apchima. Apron. apchima. So ask, excuse me, 저기요, 앞치마 주세요, and she will bring you. It's the same for the Korean barbecue, and all the places have that because it's make you thirsty. So.
Yeah, you don't want all the stuff splashing all over you and everything like that, and getting your nice clothes all dirty and stuff, especially if you're about to go out and, you know, hang out with people outside. So.
And it actually looks cool, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
it's something-
fashionable.
Right, right.
So,
Yeah, it's a Korean fashion apchima, I guess. Yeah, right. We just got the big bowl of gamjatang. Big pot of okay. All right, so we just got here, and then the lady just landed here. It's boiling. So what's in it, Sam?
Yeah, so probably it's better to point this one. So you see a bunch of green leaves, and they are called perilla leaves.
Okay.
So they got very minty, very specific type of flavor. You need to try it out. We're gonna have a lot of barbecues with it. So we got the perilla leaves, we got the handful noodles, we got the rice cake, glass noodle, and you see the little powders here. They're perilla seeds.
Okay.
They got very nutty flavor, just like sesame seeds.
Okay.
Chili powder, garlic.
Makes me hungry already.
Yeah, so it's gonna boil away for a couple minutes. So when it starts boiling, you can actually eat it right away because the meat is already cooked.
so you just want to at least let the water boil for a little bit, and after that, so you don't want to get like the leaves wets too early, because then they start kind of shriveling up and everything. But just let it boil a little bit, and then eventually you'll start taking the broth, kind of pouring it over the top. And then you mix all of these ingredients that are on top here, so like all the powders and stuff.
Actually, he's a chef, so he knows what he's doing.
I love to cook, so.
Okay. What's gamjatang for you? Let's say.
So the original story is very unclear because we don't have recorded history of how it started. But according to what I read, back in the 1960s, we started having a lot of swine farms because we used to export a lot of pork to Japan. So we had a lot of leftover meat and intestines. So this soup is actually made from backbones of a pig. So we used to have a lot of these backbones, leftover backbones, and we used to boil them to get the most out of it. But even these bones are actually very expensive for poor people. So what they did was they added a lot of potatoes to make people full. So little meat, a lot of potatoes, that can feed a lot of people, and it was very cheap. So that's why we call it potato soup right now. But now we're rich, we got the money, we got the, so now we don't need potatoes, we need meat.
Alright, awesome. And what about Mike? What do you know? What would you say? What would you
So
call
I have a
kamja?
different theory. So these are things that I've heard from a long time ago. So kamja means potato, yes, but I mean like from the way that I've understood it. So a long time ago, the original Gamjatang didn't actually have potatoes inside of it. So they actually just had meat inside of it. And so kamja actually means the actual meat that's actually inside of here. So that's the kamja.
All right.
So that's why it's called Gamjatang. So it's not because of the potatoes. But they started adding potatoes because people would come to the restaurant and they would order Gamjatang, and then they're like, where are the potatoes? Like, there are no potatoes in here. So
People like me. Right.
So then you come here expecting that there's tons of potatoes inside the soup, but there were none. So they started adding it into there, and so that's why it's called Gamjatang. Soup's all ready to go. It's ready to eat.
Okay, so 잘 먹겠습니다.
잘 먹겠습니다.
잘 먹겠습니다.
So as you can see there, this is a big bone, and I think we're supposed to eat it with our hands, caveman style. Yeah, so as you can see, so you see like they're divided into two bones, right? So you can actually crack it open and
Oh,
Like that.
it must be hot. Isn't it hot?
it's a little hot. So
All
what
right.
you want to do is like you just grab a piece like that,
Uh-huh.
and dip it in the soy wasabi mix.
Oh, that's the sauce.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then you like that. Actually, that's good.
Okay, so simply put, you eat with hands, eh? All right, so you can either eat with hands. It's not rude, not to worry about it. What about Mike? What are you doing?
Like I kind of use one hand to pick up the bones, just kind of control it a bit better, and then use my chopsticks to kind of get inside of all the crevices and stuff. But yeah, some of the stuff you kind of have to suck out. It's hard to get the meat out if you don't. But yeah.
All right, so some, prefer to eat like that, like sand. Some, they don't, just want to enjoy the meat. The first, they take the meat out from the,
Sometimes you eat it off
right?
too. We're gonna eat some fried rice now. So we're gonna have them cook up the fried rice with the remainder of the broth that we reduced to get it to be a little bit thicker, a little bit more stronger in flavor.
So just put the rice,
Put the rice, kimchi, some, seaweed.
a little bit of sesame oil in it, I guess.
Yes.
And it's like a highlight of the meal, right?
Yeah. The must-get at the end of the meal.
Really good for drinking, or good lunch, good dinner, or a good nice snack. It's good.
Like I've been here a few times before, and it's a really, really good place. The price point is very, very good. So you can come here, get a ton of different sides to add to your soup. Make sure you get the fried rice as well. The fried rice is really, really good.
It was my first time here, so it was kind of easy and the price-wise is good. And I think it's good to have soup like at night time. All right, so see you guys next week. Bye bye.
Bye bye.